Well, I wanted to applaud Joe for another great video, and thanks for keeping your videos up, Joe. As we've all seen, or perhaps some of us have seen, the recent round at Davos, Switzerland, basically this discussion forum of the economic elite has proven once again that applause will be directed towards Israel, and when people object to it, they are simply uninvited or not able to speak full length. Everyone should probably see the video, the recent upload by cspanjunkie.org regarding that meeting, which is quite telling. Another few thoughts for today. All this talk about bipartisanship and reaching across the aisle by the Obama administration is essentially a misnomer when we're talking about two parties, major parties here in the United States, which are not exactly in opposition to one another. So it makes the argument of an opposition party basically mute, when their goals seem to be business as usual, and basically trying to enrich the bankers even further while changing the rhetoric in the meantime. This is of course a situation which many of us saw coming. And further wars may actually get us out of this dire situation if you support further wars across the globe. There can be very much a manufacturing sector build up here in the United States, and namely the manufacturing of arms and further weapons, and a modicum of interest in basically repairing the dismal infrastructure in the United States as far as civilian infrastructure is concerned. But this can only go so far. The United States foreign policy under Obama and his present advisors does not bode well. It does not present any change, any major change whatsoever. And people should continue to pay attention and not just simply think, oh, well, the election is over, now I can sit back and, relax for a while. There is no time for relaxation in the political world, because the political elites, I can guarantee you, are not sitting on their asses. They're moving and shaking things as usual, and they are not acting in our best interest, in case you haven't noticed. All you have to do is basically watch the proceedings at Davos Economic Forum to see what is actually going on. Now, granted, if you watch it, it is basically a bunch of boring speeches, but this is what it's all about. It is about moving capital and keeping labor and workers and ordinary people in their place. So, thanks for those vloggers who are still speaking on these issues, because they're not going away anytime soon. And I hope that some of the people who have quit making political videos for one reason or another will join back in, no matter how controversial the issues might be. Because if we can't talk about the issues, there's no way of solving them in the first place. And yes, the Gazans have been imprisoned. So are many other people. Our justice system here in the United States is broken, and so far, from what I've heard coming out of this administration, is simply rhetoric, which is it placates, it puts a different face on things, but the fundamentals remain unchanged. So please keep making your videos. And as far as bipartisanship is concerned, it's an oxymoron because the two parties are essentially basically the same. So we need to think of other alternatives here and call them out on it when we see what they're doing. Good night.